Hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today, man, have we got a good one for you. We're going to be talking about the state of the motorcycle industry. Yes, what's going on with used motorcycles? Man, there's a lot to be talked about in this area. So we know how crazy things were around COVID, and we know how crazy things have been as far as pricing and value, and man, people just feel like you're getting gouged every time you're trying to buy something, but things are changing, and we're going to talk about that right after you do me a favor and give this video a big old fat thumbs up, because a regular one won't do. Make it a big old fat one and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. All right, so what was the catalyst behind me making this video? Well, I'm going to tell you. I was online last week, imagine that, and I was on a YouTube group. I'm going to bring this up here, and you'll be able to see this right up here. This was on the Can-Am Spyder RT only Facebook feed. If you're a Can-Am Spyder rider and you're interested in the RTs, you can certainly go over there. You don't have to have an RT to be in there, you know. Anyway, here was the question. What is going on? Everyone is selling their Spyders. Well, first off, everyone isn't, but I understand what this person is saying. A lot of people are selling their Spyders. Yeah, they are. And a lot of people are selling their BMWs and their Hondas and their Harleys. It's happening. So I want to talk about my thoughts on why this is occurring and what's going to happen in the next, say, 12 months in the motorcycle industry. So I got the old crystal ball out. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. In fact, Coach Vic will tell you I'm probably wrong more than I'm right. But that said, let's think about what happened just a few years ago. There was this virus that went around. You might have heard of it. I'll just call it the coof, okay? And when the coof came out and no one could work and go anywhere, everyone dashed out because they could do something outside, and they felt, hey, motorcycles are nice. I can ride a motorcycle. I will be isolated. I'll have perfect social distancing. I'll be outside getting the old vitamin D. It's going to be awesome. Life is going to be sweet. And motorcycles, well, heck, they're cheap. That's where they went afoul. Motorcycles are not cheap. They're not cheap to maintain. They run on premium gas. You're going to be replacing tires. Now, I know I ride a Can-Am Spyder as well as a lot of two-wheelers. Now, a lot of people on this channel complain about how the back tire on the Spyder only gets them 9,000 to 11,000 miles. Okay. My motorcycle back tires cost every bit as much as a Spyder back tire, and I do good to get 3,000 miles out of them. So to be able to get 11,000 miles out of a back tire, I really can't complain. However, that's a far cry of 40,000 miles that you might get on a car if you rotate your tires properly. I've seen people get 60,000 miles out of a tire if they're rotated and aired up properly on a vehicle. So just in tires alone, you're looking at a lot more money. A motorcycle tire, a Spyder tire, costs more than the tire I put on my truck or the tire that I put on Coach Vic's van. Oil changes are much greater regularity than they are on a vehicle. General maintenance is higher. You look at big things being done every 10 to 20,000 miles on most motorcycles. You have big valve adjustment jobs, and those things are expensive. They're really expensive. I mean, to the tune of thousands of dollars. You know, when I had my Triumph serviced, and I put new tires on it as well, but just an annual servicing and new tires was over $1,000. Now, is that necessary? Well, it is if you want to protect your investment. I don't think that the average Joe that went out and bought a motorcycle realized what they were getting into. Not to mention, they're thinking, oh, I'm going to get 100 miles to the gallon. No, you're not, and you're going to have to run premium gas. So it really, as much as I love motorcycles, they're not cheap. They're not cheap to maintain. They're not cheap to put gas in. When it's cold, you get cold. When it's hot, you get hot. When it's wet, you're wet. Most of these people were thinking it's a postcard. Riding a motorcycle has postcard moments, but it's not a postcard. So now everything's come to roost. The economy's done this, however you want to say it, and things have happened, and now people they don't have that extra money. They've got this motorcycle sitting in the garage, and they got to get rid of it. So what does that mean for people like you and people like me? Well, if we are in the market for a motorcycle, this is good news for us, because this is an opportunity for us to pick up a motorcycle at a really good price. Now, what I did is, before I turned the old camera on, I pulled up Cycle Trader to show you some examples of what I'm talking about. Because I can tell you 3 years ago, this was not there. It just wasn't. In fact, I won't say nothing was there, but what was there may as well have been nothing, because I wasn't willing to pay that much for it. So let's look at a few motorcycles that are on the market right now and the prices, and tell me if you're surprised at these numbers. All right, first up, we have a 2017 Can-Am Spyder RT Limited. Now, this motorcycle has only 12,000 miles on it. Now, if the back tire has been replaced, then you're looking at a new back tire and you're ready to go for a while. $16,900. $16,900, I can tell you, is a pretty darn good deal. This is from a private seller, so you're not looking at all of the fees, all of the junk, all the crap that the dealers want to tack onto things. You're not looking at some surcharge or any of that stuff. $16,900. And this is a negotiable price, I guarantee you, because people are ready to sell these things, and it is wintertime. Next up, a Can-Am Spyder RT. Now, this is a base model, but it's practically new, 1,500 miles. That's right, you heard it right, 1,500 miles for a 2020 model. They're asking $17,900. Now, I guarantee you, you can get it for less than $17,900. But that is gonna be all you need if you're gonna be cruising and you don't need that back bag. $17,900. Now, this is a two-wheeled variety. This is a BMW R9T. Now, these motorcycles are very, very cool. I'm just going to tell you that. They ride great. They look awesome. And $7,750 for a 2014. Now, yeah, I know it's 10 years old, but my gosh, it has 4,200 miles on it, and it's a BMW Boxer engine. That is a steal of a deal on that motorcycle. Now, here's another BMW R9T. This is a Scrambler edition, and the Scramblers look really, really cool. So it's got a really nice exhaust, got the saddle brown seat on it, really nice. $9,000, got 9,300 miles on it. That's brand new for a BMW. And it's a 2018. That's relatively new. The motorcycle appears to not have a mark on it. Moving up next, there was a while there around the Coof event that you could not find a cruiser or a tourer for less than, say, 14, 15 grand. Here is a 2009 Harley Davidson Electra Glide Ultra Classic. Now, I don't know how much you know about the Harleys, but this is a 13,000 mile motorcycle. Harleys will go a long, long way if properly maintained, and this one certainly appears to be maintained. It's a one-owner motorcycle with 13,000 miles on it. The guy says it's always been covered, always garage kept, just serviced for $9,300. $9,300. And this is a motorcycle you could get on and literally tour anywhere in this country, coast to coast, south to north, east to west, southeast to northwest. This is a motorcycle you can cross continents on for $9,300. That is just insanely cool. Now, this next motorcycle is near and dear to my heart because I almost bought one of these. These motorcycles were slow to sell out of the showroom, and that is the 2020 Suzuki Katana. I think they're really, really cool, and I really, really like them. This one is $9,000, and it's going to be a negotiable price, guarantee you. It only has 835 miles on it. Now, I'm going to tell you this is a 2020 model with 835 miles. So you're looking at tires that are 4 years old. You're going to have to put new tires on it. Probably it's been sitting there. If it's not been on a tender, you're certainly going to need a new battery. Those are the kinds of things when you're negotiating a motorcycle, those are your bargaining chips. If you're going to have to utilize your pocket to get that thing running, that's when you can start really getting a screaming deal. Be careful when you're buying. Make sure someone's not scamming you. Make sure the motorcycle has a legit title, not a salvage title and that sort of stuff. But understand, the deals are out there. Now, this motorcycle, I'm going to say, is probably worth $15,000, but because it has a New York Jets emblem on the gas tank, it's only worth $10,000. This is a 2014 Street Glide for $10,000. It's only got 7,000 miles on it. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's been painted in this New York Jet kind of thing. I'm not into that stuff. I would be negotiating them down $1,000 because that first thing I'd do is I'd have that mess taken off the tank and re-Harley emblem it. So that kind of stuff is just stuff you have to deal with when you're in the market. But if you're a Jets fan, there you are. And I decided to look and see also, what could I find for, say, less than $5,000? I found a 2007 Sportster. This motorcycle has roughly 11,000 miles on it. They're asking $39.99 or best offer. That motorcycle, I guarantee you get for $3,500. These motorcycles are out there. So now we've seen the state of the used industry. What does that mean for new motorcycles? What does it mean for you if you want to buy, say, a brand new Can-Am Spyder or a brand new Tri-Glide or a brand new whatever? I've done my research on that. I'll have my research for the Tri-Glide and some other things in the upcoming weeks as we analyze the market and what's happening for all of you who are getting ready to take the plunge on buying that motorcycle of your dreams. So the Can-Am Spyder right now, there is a deal. There is a deal on 2023 models for 36-month financing of 1.9%. Basically, that's free money. I have seen on dealer websites where they're marking the 23s down and the 22s down because there's still some remaining 22s out there that are brand new that are sitting on the showroom floor. And these things are being marked way, way down. There's a subscriber to the channel named Greg. Hi, Greg, who just got a screaming deal on a Can-Am just a couple of weeks ago. So the deals are out there. The honey is flowing, so to speak. I'm going to tell you what Can-Am is going to have to do to move those 22s and 23s, and they're moving in the right direction. First off, let's discuss why the 22s and 23s have to be pushed out the door. They have to be. Whenever a huge electronic change is made on any motorcycle, there has to be this mass exodus of all of the preceding years that are sitting on the showroom floor, because we know as consumers, that's what people want. They want the Apple CarPlay. They want all of these updated and upgraded electronics on there. Well, they want the bigger TFT display. They want the better handling. They want the new colors. They want those things. They look good and they work better. And so therefore, they're going to try to get these 22s and 23s out the door. They're going to have to knock the price down because if they're comparable to the 24, I mean, even remotely comparable, the people are going to choose the 24 10 out of 10 times. You have to give a financial incentive to get those 22s and 23s out the door. So as the year goes on, I expect these 22s and 23s, I expect the prices to keep coming down until they're all gone. They're not going to just stop at, say, $4,000 under MSRP. You could see things going $8,000 under MSRP and no surcharge. I can see things like that coming if they don't move in the next month or two, because the 24s, from everything I understand, I've made some calls this week. I'm going to make a couple of more, but from everything that I've gotten, the 24s are going to start being shipped and be ready for delivery in late February. So we're talking 4 weeks from now, the new Can-Am Spyders are going to be on the showroom floors. And when they get there, and if they're delivering them, then there you're going to be. So these 23s are available. These 22s are available. If you can get a deal on them, if you can talk them down, I think there's a deal to be had. The same holds true with virtually every other motorcycle manufacturer. Right now for Triumph, as you know, I'm a Triumph fanboy just like I'm a Can-Am fanboy. Right now, Triumph, you start looking at it, man, they got some deals. Tiger 1200s, 0% financing for 36 months, 1.9 for 60 months because they're not selling. There are deals on other Triumph motorcycles. The Triumph Bobber, 1.99 for 36 months and 3.99 for 48 months. So the deals are out there. They are out there. When you're looking at 1.9 for 60 months for a Tiger 1200 or 0% for 36 months, they're needing to move these motorcycles. They're giving the interest away. They're just giving it away. And what they're going to try to do is get other things and maybe get some of the other fees on top of that. But I'm going to tell you, those dealers understand, and you need to understand, that motorcycle that's sitting on that showroom floor, not only are they paying for that motorcycle, they also are paying for that geographical location in which it sits. And if it's not selling and it's sitting there occupying the space, a motorcycle that sells better could be there and they could move it. Another one that sells better and they could move it. So it's not only costing them the price of the motorcycle that's sitting there, but it's also costing them the price of the motorcycle that could be sitting there selling 2, 3, 4 times the number that one is taking that floor space of. So if you're in the market, now is a time to get in, dig deep, fight hard, get a good deal. They're out there to be had. So now you got just a little bit more information and life is good. All right. Well, again, subscribe to the channel, give it a big old fat thumbs up, and you know I would greatly appreciate it. So until next time, yes, you do me a favor, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now I'll see you on the road or the trail or somewhere in between real soon.